Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good morning. So right now we're going to continue, actually we're going to start our pit run this week, so let's go check it out. So this is the boss Necrotsar. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever a zombie dies, we'll deal damage to the enemy Warlord. Every third turn we'll summon 2 zombies, and then on the 7th turn we'll transform melee enemies into zombies. Okay, a couple things. Looks like we are going to take damage to our Warlord whenever a zombie dies. The enemy Warlord being us, and because of the zombies coming out, we want to make sure that we're going to see a lot of zombies come out. They're also going to combo with that other 2 skills here. So that second skill, every third turn we'll summon 2 zombies. We'll need to see what the zombies do when they come up, and then we will need to get rid of them, even though we will take a little bit of damage. And then on the 7th turn, they will transform our melee heroes into zombies. So again, we're going to take damage on both our side of the field, having zombies being destroyed, and then their side as well. And so just make sure that you have heroes that can either heal you or some way to gain health back. And then also probably not to summon too many melee heroes because they'll end up transforming into zombies. Okay, so we'll hop right in. And we'll be using the Morgoth skin for this run, and we'll see what we can do here. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. And then there are some pentagrams over here, but we're going to ignore those for now. To encourage us not summoning melee heroes, we're going to just not summon them altogether. We also do need to leave these spots open for the Soulbinders on turn 5. Okay, so we have this Talking Skull over here. He has Vampirism to a random melee ally. I do kind of want to do a shuffle, even though it is kind of early. I mean, they're going to be weak heroes anyway, so I guess that'll be all right. So let's just get rid of this building for now. Okay, now you can see we're dealing a little bit of damage at the end of the turn because of our passive skill. Okay, we have the skeleton over here, also given some vampirism. We'll go with this range hero over here on the 1 with a little bit of protection with both of these buildings. Okay, here are the zombies. As you can see, they have a little bit of poison and some stats over here. Okay, we have this Grim Harvester. When he dies, he gives extra attack to a random ally. Okay. Go and clear out the zombies as mentioned, although I do want to have protection with this range hero and this melee hero back here. Okay, we have this Living Dead here giving some vampirism and an attack boost to zombie allies. We'll go with our damage skill now, and then we'll also follow up with the Soulbinders. These Soulbinders will allow us to deal random damage to a random enemy. Once we have our range hero attack, we're going to do a shuffle now, see if we can find a range hero. We do, but we don't want to use our higher rarities yet. So we'll do a shuffle, and we do find a range hero. So in this case, we'll summon over here on A1, trigger off all the Soulbinders. Okay, we have this Angry Imp dealing some random damage. I'll do one more shuffle to summon another range hero if possible. We do not, so in this case, let's just use our commons to get rid of them out of our collection here. Okay, we have some more zombies again. Okay, and then we will summon another common just to get rid of it. Okay, and our passive damage at the end of the turn does end up getting us the victory. So there you go. So that was Necrotsar. Okay, we're on the next boss here, Totem of Fate. Let's take a look at its skills. So whenever ally spikes triggers, it will deal damage to enemies. Spikes, yes. Ally spikes triggers. Every second turn, we'll get spikes for a turn, and then on the 6th turn, we'll deal damage to enemies for each hero. Okay, a couple things. Looks like they are going to have spikes whether on their Warlord or on their heroes, and so whenever that spikes does trigger, it will deal damage to our heroes. So we want to make sure that we don't trigger off spikes if possible. On the 2nd turn, we're going to see spikes on the Warlord for 1 turn. So whenever we attack them and we get hit with the spikes, we are going to take damage to our heroes. So we want to make sure we have heroes that either have immunity or mental shield or even heal in order to get around the damage skill. And then on the 6th turn, we're going to take damage to our heroes, us, enemies being us, for each hero. So we want to make sure we clear out as many heroes as possible. This will also kind of punish us for summoning a lot of heroes, but again, as long as we can keep the number of heroes down, it'll be okay. If we do have heroes that have multiple summons, then we kind of want to avoid those unless we are going to be dealing with a lot of damage on a turn. Okay, so yeah, we'll hop right in. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. And as you can see, there are also some spikes runes, which we do want to clear out as soon as possible, so that way we don't take the additional damage. In this case, let's go with... I'm not too concerned about these buildings right now, so let's just go and attack. We'll summon on the open lane C. Okay, we have this Bamboo Master. It does have spikes. And let's see, we'll trigger off the damage, so we'll have to keep that in mind. We'll go with this melee hero over here on B3 because of the open lane. As you can see, once the spikes triggers, we do take some damage to our heroes. Okay, we have this Dream Whelping here with light, as that stops our melee hero, and then also the spikes from the spikes rune. Go next with, let's see, gonna go with our damage skill, and then also going to follow up with this range hero over here on A1, just because of the open lane. Okay, we have the damage skill going off. This Dream Whelping is still alive because it had this high health and low attack. We have the Thug Hunter here getting an attack boost for each ally with spikes. Now we'll go with this range hero over here. I'm not too concerned about these heroes, especially too since the Soul Binders are going to come out next turn. Okay, in this case, we will do the Soul Binders. And then we'll do a shuffle to find a range hero. Also have this Cursed Shaman here with a totem. That totem will give spikes, so we want to get rid of that as well. Go with the range hero over here on A1. Okay, and as you can see, we have gotten rid of all the other heroes. Okay, we have this cultist here with a bush, and also gives spikes to a random ally, and the spikes are on this bush here. We'll go with this melee hero over here on B3, just to get rid of it. And then as you can see, we took some damage here, because there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 heroes times 7, so that is the 42. Okay, we have this Wild Stalker over here with some block at the end of the turn. I'm going to do a shuffle to find a range hero, which we do not. We'll do one more. And we do this time. So in this case, we'll summon on A1, triggering off the Soulbinder damage, so that way we can then attack on the open lane B. Whoa! Okay, we'll summon another common just to get rid of it. Okay, we have this Ape Warlord, which, let's see, he gets a health boost with allies with spikes. At this point, we should have lethal because of the 2 open lanes. And there we go. So that was Totem of Fate. Ooh, and we also got double copies of the event rares. Very nice. Okay, well, we are done with the bosses for now. We need to wait until the next bosses show up, so we will see you guys later. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.